Do it again. Hi, it's me, Sailor Moon. And it's me, Sailor Mars. And today we're going to talk about, is Sailor Cosmos coming out or not? Or is Sailor Moon World coming out or not? Now, first off, we all know that it was done over in Dawnland on the 6th and the 30th of the 6th month. And there's no word if it's going to be coming out to Netflix or not, because I haven't seen anything that says it is. And first off, that would be bad, you know. Well, it would be sad if the rest of the world didn't get to see the last following of Sailor Moon. I mean, it would be. It's like, well, it's like, it would be sad. Because you got Hearst, then you got Forever, and you're not going to get World. Well, that would be truly sad. And I know there's going to be some folks out there thinking, oh well, there's some folks saying, oh well, Netflix got the right to it. Well, if they do, they didn't say anything about it, you know, and that's truly sad. And also, folks are like, don't know which offshoot you're going to get. Some folks think it's just going to be written this time. Others think it's going to be put into English like all the other ones were. But the truth is, no one. No one really seems to know. You know, and it would be truly sad if Sailor Moon, Cosmos, or World doesn't get any English work and it's just written down. Now, you know, a lot of folks out there don't really know what's going on. But there are going to be a lot of folks making things up because they don't really know what's going on either. You know, did Netflix lose the rights to it? Did Viz lose the rights to do any English work with it? Well, your guess must be good as mine. And some folks say, oh, we're going to get it, but it's going to be in the fall or it's going to be in the winter. The truth is, no one really seems to know. Yeah, you're right, Sailor Moon. At the end of the day, no one knows if Sailor Moon Cosmos or Sailor Moon World's going to be coming out. No one knows if it's going to be put in English or written in English. No one really knows. As of right now, everybody just makes up things. Now, I know there's going to be a slide of folks out there who say, oh, well, I can speak more than one speech. Great for you if you can. But if it's not being put into that speech or written into that speech, it's not going to care if you can speak that speech or not. You know? So, what are we going to get? Is Sailor Moon Cosmos or Sailor Moon World going to be either put into English or is it going to be written into English? Because either way, we don't know what we're going to get. And no one seems to know anything. The sundriest websites that you go on, they don't even know. You know? And some folks seem to think that, oh, Netflix has the rights to it. Well, if they haven't said anything about it. They're like, and you hear sagas and tales about, how Viz may have lost the rights to do the English work to it or something. I don't know. Your guess is good as mine of what's going on with Sailor Moon Cosmos or Sailor Moon World. All we know is that first it was in Dawnland on the 6th and the 30th of the 6th month, last month. And now no one really seems to know what's going on with it. You know, is it going to be put into every speech in the world? Is it going to be written to every speech in the world? No one knows. No one truly has the answer to it. The only ones that really have the answer to it is Toei and Naiko Takiguchi, if I'm saying her name right or not. And that's it. The only ones to know too is, Netflix or Viz knows if they're going to get it or they're going to work with it or anything. And I know this was the not the first time we made a film talking about this, but it seems that everyone else in the Sailor Moon followership doesn't seem to think this is a big deal, and we're the only ones talking about it. So, yeah, it is a big deal. At least we think it's a big deal because no one else out there plays it like it's a big deal. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. Yeah, you're right, Sailor Mars. I mean, at the end of the day, no one really seems to make a big deal out of it, and no one really seems to know what's going on. You go on websites, and every website tells you something, but there's really no truth to back any of what they're telling you up. Because truth is, no one really seems to know. Some folks seem to say, "Oh, you're gonna get it, but it's gonna be in the fall and winter." Oh, well, might not be put in English. It might be written in English. Well, no one really seems to know what's truly going on with Sailor Moon World or Sailor Moon Cosmos or whatever you want to call it. You know, all we do know is that so far only Dawnland has gotten it, and the rest of the world hasn't seen it yet, either being put into their speech or written into their speech. So your guess is as good as mine of which way it's going. Some folks seem to say, "Oh well, Netflix still has the rights to it," but some folks seem to think that Vismamp lost the rights to do the English work for it. I don't know what's going on. And none of those sundriest websites out there know what's going on either, so I wouldn't put any trust into them. You know? So, your guess is good as mine. And why the rest of the Sailor Moon followership doesn't make a big deal out of it, I don't know. None of them seem to make a big deal out of it. But anyway, that's all the time we got. If you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here, when Sailor Moon and Sailor Mercury, or Sailor Quicksilver, gave our thoughts on Money in the Bank or Gald in the Boundary. I, Sailor Moon, I, Sailor Mars, and we'll see you later. Bye. I guess I gotta end my film like I always do.